welcome to another segment of AI Don't Do That. I was very much afraid that once evidence start coming out, the Trump team was going to start claiming everything was AI. And now, while AI can mimic, and I think I need to make this clear because I was trying to let people know the last video that AI, some of the claims that people make about AI they can't do. And people were, I guess, making an assumption. I was saying AI can't mimic well. It can mimic well. It could mimic so well that you could be fooled. It probably could be mimicked well where a person, a casual listener, would hear something and go, no, that sounds just like X, right? My point is that it can't mimic so well as to be undetectable because a fake is a fake is a fake. Something fake is fake. And anyone who knows anything about anything will be able to know that it's a fake. And not only that, there's even like consumer grade softwares and things that you can use to detect fakes. Now, with visual fakes like images and video, AI is not sophisticated enough. So you will definitely be able to tell it's AI. And I'll hit that very briefly. But the latest tomfoolery in this regard is Trump claiming that anything related to him and Epstein will be AI generated, like logs and like flight logs and things like that. Now, the thing I want to show you is this: AI is not good with fingers, toes, or letters yet. It's a long way to go when it comes to that. It also has a lot of difficulty with more than one person in an image, right? Sometimes it has to take a base image, but even with a base image, like let's put it to you this way: there are people flooding the internet with images that are fake images of Trump and Epstein. And to me, that is by design. And the reason why I say that is, well, you can definitely muddy the waters with people putting up fake AI, right? And then you can say, well, oh, that guy did fake AI. Well, just because Guy X did fake AI doesn't mean all images you're going to see are fake. And as was shown, even with the people who pointed out it was fake, they were able to show you the things that made it fake with your own eyes. You didn't even need a forensic team. AI has hallmarks that people will be able, even a layperson will be able to look at, detect. When it comes to audio, there are software programs that help you find synthesized voices. I'm going to put that information in my description and my YouTube video. But I just want people to understand that when they start using these types of defenses, and they are, to be educated enough about what AI does, it does not do, so people stop screaming about this AI apocalypse they think is coming. Again, there are laws that are being put on the books to protect people and protect workers. And I'm applauding that because I'm not someone who thinks new technology should run amok. I remember when the internet first came out, everybody just thought it should be the Wild West. They didn't want to regulate it in any way. People started realizing, okay, revenge porn, things like that. So they realized there had to be internet regulations, right? But all new world shaping technology should be regulated. But let's not overstate what AI can do. All right. Uh, so uh, I'm going to show you. I got my little handy half a bear claw because diet. My good morning, beautiful coffee cup because yeah, I'm gonna settle in and we're gonna do this thing. And I'm hoping that by the end of this, you understand what AI can and cannot do. It makes you feel a little bit better about the landscape. We'll hit briefly on some of the laws, the protective laws that are out there. And when people come at you talking about something's a fake or what isn't a fake, you'll be able to come at them and say, you belong in a cult. Mecca. All right, so let me share my screen here. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is the Trump claim, right? Find the. So this is one of the articles on it. So his quote will believe it, internet outraged as Trump says he never flew in Epstein's plane and blames AI, right? So here's the problem, right? There was somebody who did create a fake AI image of Trump on a plane, right? But now he's trying to distance himself from any claims that he and Epstein piled around and all this stuff. As I pointed out last time in my video, there's too many images from the 90s, and there's probably VHSs and cassettes and things like that. Now, AI largely is a post production tool, meaning that there's likely a hard copy tool or a hard copy audio or visual manifestation that you can show to people and say, hey, here's a cassette, here's a VHS, here is a hard drive or whatever you would have that would have the original documentation that someone would have applied AI to. Okay. So yeah, now, the person who muddied the water showed a photograph of Trump and Epstein with a plane full of young girls. And the person said, all headed to Epstein's fantasy island. After users highlighted the post with further context and said it was AI generated, Ruffalo subsequently apologized, right? And so he's going on and on about that, right? But the reality is, when he starts talking, he says, I didn't fly on his plane, but official flight logs show that, and this is what Midas Touch said, and bravo for them. Trump now he says he never flew on Epstein's plane and blames AI. But official flight logs show that Trump was a frequent flyer on the plane, flying in Epstein's jet at least 7 times. So, and I'm not one for tinfoil hat conspiracy theories, but if you wanted to muddy the waters of evidence, what would you do? Well, it may make sense, let's say, to flood the internet with fakes. So when something new or real came out, well, of course, people are going to question it. But because they've trained their followers to not be critical thinkers. And a critical thinker might say, well, yes, that might be fake, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's fake. But what they want their cult to believe is it's all fake. It's all fake. So yeah, I think that you're going to see more fake AI stuff come out, and it will be fake. But the reality is, in court, you got to prove, you got to walk away. You can't just say something's AI. But again, AI has hallmarks. One ex-user said, his coach will believe it. Another said, sure seems like denying that he flew on a plane would be, I don't know, some sort of red flag. Another said, AI is new and a very believable lie for his followers. A very believable lie, yes. An undetectable lie, absolutely not. And this is the point I need to keep hammering home. AI is not undetectable. Say it with me. AI is not undetectable. There are softwares, there are ways to look at AI and know it is not real. When his cult comes at you talking about AI, tell them that there are ways to detect what is real and what isn't. And that by and large, AI is a post-production tool, and there is usually a hard copy that a reference thing. And I'll show you what I'm talking about later. So this time it's AI. Next will be Hunter disguised as him, which I think is funny. Trump is lying again still, and on it goes, right? So that's my thing. Yeah, they'll say stupid stuff, right? But and again, what you're gonna see is this guy's picture of Epstein on headed fantasy island with a fake of Trump and Epstein together, and this is going to be used as the scapegoat for any type of evidence that comes out in the future. Want to bet money? Dismantle it, tear it apart. Even if that's computer generated, does not mean that any evidence that comes up against Trump is computer generated, and that there are hallmarks and ways to detect what is real and what is not. Okay, so I'm going to go to Discord. Where am I at? Let me close that. I could have swore I had another one of these pulled up. You basically said that, all right, here we go. So I want to first, let me get rid of that. Now we see this picture here, right? Another thing I want to show, because they're going to probably try to tell you things are signatures or AI. One thing I want people to know is AI has a lot of problems. It has problems with what I call color bleed. has problems with letters, it has problems with fingers and hands. These three things are what make AI pretty much detectable. So I'm going to try to pull this in, and I'm going to try to, and I want the I'm not going to do anything to mess with the title letters. I'm just going to say, let's use this Forbes image here. Image prompt. And pull that in there. And I'll just say guy on Forbes magazine, keep letters in title. All right. Now let's give it an aspect ratio. 624. Right. And let's go. Oops, sorry about that. Oh yeah, that's why I messed up. All right, I haven't used Discord in a while. Not Discord, but I'm not gonna put an aspect ratio. There we go. There we go. So while we're waiting, it should come up with 4 different images based on this. And you're going to see that you're not going to see exactly what's on this page here. I'm going to pull up each image and let you see what it's going to look like. So as I typed in guys, as you see here, guy on Forbes magazine, keep letters in title, right? Simple command, right? Not so simple. All right. Oh, that's lovely. Look at these letters. Foules, foamies, forbiers, oases. I don't know. And the dude, there's only one black dude. Some of these guys are white. You don't see, do you see what I'm saying? AI has trouble with letters. AI is not going to be able to mimic a signature. It's not going to be able to mimic titles. It's not going to be able to mimic documentation because AI doesn't understand what letters are. It gets that information. It's like, what is this? It tries to formulate information, but it cannot. Right? So, yeah. Let me go back here. And let's do, these are upscales to refine the image, right? So let's upscale these. That's a little bit faster than when I last used it. All right, so this gives you even a better look at what these look like. Foams, the set, I don't even know what that is. Okay. Boles, former band Emalulus, because that's words. Right. All right, and another thing I want to show you guys. The internet has a difficult time with, because let me put it this way, that even the phony image that guy had of Trump with Epstein may have been based on a hard copy image. And I say that because I'm going to type in image prompt, and I'm going to type in tall, athletic, white girl in a blue dress standing on the street with a chubby black woman in a red dress with blonde braids. All right, so this is where the color bleed comes in, to give you another idea of how much work is still needed for AI to be the fearful thing that people think it is. All right. It says fast, so can we get fast here? All right, here we go. Yeah. Oh, oh, these are going to be cute. I love it. This perfectly is going to illustrate exactly what I'm talking about. All right. Well, let's upscale these. Y'all can see bigger versions of these. All right. So we got blonde braids in a white girl. We got brown braids in a black girl. She's in a red dress. She's in a blue and a red dress. Color bleed. She's supposed to have blonde braids, right? Very nice image. Yeah, but it's not exactly what we're looking for, right? Okay. Now we see that the athletic white girl is now a somewhat chubby white girl with blonde hair. She doesn't have blonde hair, and she's not wearing a red dress. In fact, she's got blue in a sort of pink dress. Kind of closer, but now we've got two athletic women. When I was trying to have two very distinct, beautiful body types, right? So I showed you these four images to show you AI has a long way to go. And it comes in an even longer way to go when it comes to putting more than one person in an image. So I am going to guarantee you absolutely this, that if there's more than one person in an image, more than likely there is a base hard copy of that image, right? And like that image that the guy had of Epstein with Trump on a plane, or probably a base hard copy image of that. Because when you try to put two images in AI to generate it, it does this. And people lie, and the mainstream media is complicit because they're out there selling this AI masterful mastermind plan to the masses. So let's close that, close that, close Discord. I won't play in Leonardo because I basically made my point with Midjourney because they all do the same thing. It's all the same basic concept. So to go back into what we're talking about regarding forensic evidence, especially when it comes to audio. When people are so like, well, that's images. But what about audio, huh? What about audio? Yeah, audio mimics too. But it also has its drawback. And again, it's not undetectable. It's not. It's not. It's not. Read my lips. It's not undetectable. AI is not undetectable. AI is not undetectable. All right. So one way that you can detect AI, and this is consumer grade software, is through detect AI generated voice or audio. AI advancements have grown multifold in the past few years. While the intention for ease of use and time effectiveness, everything has downsides, and the menace misuses these. The menace misuses these for their benefit. Many people have reported call scams where their friends or family members ask for money, and later it turns out the call was AI generated. And this read will help. Blah, 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 blah. Right. So, see here. One method, detect AI audio using 11 labs. Right. And like I said, I'll put links so people can check these things out. There's probably others. So if you just do something like detect AI or detect AI audio, you'll probably find other software. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know much about 11 Labs, but you can click there to find out more about it. Click upload a file and drag to drop it. Da, da, da. Method 2, use AI voice detector, which is a paid program, right? And it will, the auto clip must be between 5 to 7 seconds and a minimum background noise. Click detect audio when prompted. Method 3, do a manual check. And this is going to be something that most of us could do. It's the same thing that we do when it comes to looking at AI images with our own eyes, right? Another quick and easy way to verify whether the call you receive was AI generated is to go old school. After receiving such a suspicious call from your friends and family, you should not panic and immediately transfer the money. Rather, you should call them and verify that the call came from them. And in most cases, it turns out it was an AI generated call, right? That's just quick, easy peasy, right? But if you, for instance, feel any kind of weird way about anything that you've received online, that you can get your hands on and download, you can use these detectors. You know, as far as even deep fakes with videos and stuff, all of these things are so detectable. I'd say out of everything from image to audio to video, video is the easiest to detect. It's very glitchy and it doesn't keep the form of the person consistently throughout the video. You'll see jumps in the neck, you'll see jumps in the head, just all this types of stuff. But that's just on the visual inspection. From the forensics inspection of the video, yeah, you'll be able to see it. There's hallmarks in the way that the video was put together because it's generally a after process. You know, there is no real way via hardcore film camera to create a deep fake. That's why we have CGI labs and special effects labs. If there was a way to do that in real time, there would be no need for that. All you'd have to do is set up your camera and create special effects in real time. No one can do that because it's not a thing, even with AI. And so people can take heart. Look at this. There are laws already being put into the books to safeguard people from AI related scams, right? Let me close this because I think it's lagging my computer a little bit. So, yeah, you look at, so that the New York Times, and there's other articles on this, discusses how, like, sophisticated political deepfakes have warped elections overseas. Can US legislators act fast enough to make AI campaign ads more transparent? And that's the thing, they will be able to do that. But here's the thing, if the public educates themselves on what AI can and cannot do, they'll be able to spot the stuff for themselves, right? But for those who don't, and I am all aboard with this, I believe there should be legislation that penalizes either with money or with jail time anyone who creates AIs for the use of, for fraudulent use, be it voice, be it image, or be it voice, image, or video. And also, as I've stated before, I think any embedded metadata that is in anything that would detect these things that are AI generated and it's removed should be looked at as tampering with evidence and have steeper fines and steeper penalty attached to it. Don't tamper with the evidence. Don't tamper with it. Don't remove evidence. Now, this is not to say I don't think people aren't going to get better and better with this. I don't think people are going to try to even find ways to mask their footprint in these things. But I will say that right now, AI is not sophisticated enough to be undetectable. And even if it was really, really good, it's still fake. A fake is a fake is a fake. And fakes are always, always going to be detectable by people who know what they're looking for. So, you know, what did we learn, boys and girls? Let me stop this. We learn that AI is not undetectable. There's not one method of AI that is undetectable. Not one. So I don't care who it is. I love Midas Touch. But I will say this, I'm a little disheartened that they're not out here when they do these stories talking about Trump and his claims. And they could say, hey, we don't know for sure, but they can also say to their audience that this stuff is not undetectable, that its forensics will be able to detect what's real. Stop scaremongering people. I respect a lot of the people on the progressive side, but I have no respect for fearmongering. I have no respect for people who won't tell people what the skinny is. And the skinny is, yes, somebody could be out there creating deep fakes. It happens. But They are almost always detectable. And if this ever made it to a court of law, which again, Roger Stone, why don't you take this? You guys are so happy. Somebody supposedly created an audio fake. Take it to court. You won't take it to court. You know why you won't take it to court? If you take it to court, they'll realize that it's not fake. Right? But again, yes, is it possible? Is it possible there's deep fakes on Trump? Well, we see them all the time. Is it possible there's deep fakes on Roger Stone? Well, we see that shit all the time. Are they undetectable? At this point in time, AI is not undetectable. And I can't stress that enough. And that's all I got to say on that. Be vigilant. Learn about large language modeling, which what AI is. It's not even artificial intelligence. It doesn't think for itself. It scrapes the internet for information. And in that regard, my peeps, I will say, have a wonderful evening. I love you guys. Stay vigilant. Bye.